Welcome to the Super Spy Podcast.
Turn up the volume and let your neighbors enjoy this episode.
Good evening, rock stars. Hey, today is one of those special days. I get to say happy birthday to one of my inspirations, one of the guys that he doesn't even know it, that I've looked up to for many reasons. One of them is his intestinal fortitude, if you will, having to do things that no kid should be asked to do, but he did. He was an outstanding. He is an outstanding man, and I'll tell you what, Rick. You are the best, and I'm proud to call you my brother. Love you, man. And while I'm giving shout outs, here's my excuse for my behavior lately. You see, my therapist is on vacation. I know. It's like being left alone with no adult supervision. She's a great listener, and I matter of fact, one day during our session, I was highlighting some things about my past experience as a teen, and you know, she was so intently listening, and here I am talking about, the dating scene when I was in high school, and I see her smothering a yawn, and I realize, yep, that's reaffirmation that my youth was absolutely boring. But hey, I know I kid a lot. I've got to say, she does a great job helping me fight my demons, my nightmares, getting choked up here. But she is the greatest tool I've ever had in calming my PTSD. And if any of you veterans out there suffer from this, or even retired law enforcement, what have you, uh, if you've got PTSD, please seek help. Go see a therapist. They will take care of you, and they actually do care. At least mine does. So come on over here, and I'll hook you up. She's the best. Thanks a lot. So that's just the warning. First of all, I'm giddy because it is my brother's birthday, and I'm also unfiltered because my therapist is out, and I guess she's hopefully due back next week before I end up locked up somewhere. So I have to start off today's observation. That's what I'm going to start calling these, with the fact that there's no excuses that I have to make because I love, driving my Corvette. Bottom line, it is a great vehicle. Mechanically, it is one of the greatest vehicles I have ever driven. The creature comforts are just incredible, but the power is there, and I know that at any time, should I need to go from 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds, that I will do that. So here it is. I just, I drive my Alpine white 2019 Corvette Stingray. But I've got to ask this question. Why are there idiots on the road trying to race me? So yeah, I don't know. It's funny. They really do. They really do pull up to me, or they're pulling up to me on the highway, and they're just like looking at me in their, in their little car. Okay, here's the deal. Make no doubts about it. Okay, I am the fastest car on the road. But I don't need to prove myself. I don't need to prove it to you. If you don't understand that the modern day Corvette is basically a race car that has been governed down to be a legal street car. If you don't understand that, then just continue to ride a bicycle. But here's a few things I want to say. Number one, again, I am the fastest car on the road. Uh, I don't need to prove anything to you. Number two, attention, Altima owners. Yes, I'm calling out Altima owners. You are not driving a performance race car. Okay, please quit acting like it. Quit weaving in and out of traffic. And you guys, if you're driving right now listening to this podcast, you know what I mean because you've just seen an Altima pass you and then swerve right in front of you and then go to the other lane and I don't know what it is. I used to have an Altima. I didn't act like that. But that's the new Altima, I guess. Maybe it's one of the special features in the car. Honda. Honda owners, guys and gals, you can't be tough when you were born of a motorcycle engineer. His drawings when he was bored and decided he was going to sketch a car. Come on, Honda is a motorcycle brand. That's all it will ever be. Please quit putting these annoying pipes on it that I'm glad you do put those tailpipes on it, those exhaust pipes on it. That makes it sound all quote tough because it shows the roots of the car because they're driving by going bring ding 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 bring ding 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 ding. So yes, you are a motorcycle with four wheels. Just quit trying to be tough and quit trying to race. Now here's one that frustrates me. Okay, Kia. Okay, first of all, Kia decided they would be hip, and they changed their logo because it used to be just a KIA, and I was like, oh, I could go so many ways with talking about Kia, killed in action, but I want to be respectful of those that were. But Kia, uh, that's what you shout when you're doing a front punch to your opponent while sparring in martial arts. Kia. So I don't understand why you guys try to be all tough, but I'm gonna tell you there is a Kia out there that looks really really good. I'm trying to remember the name. Oh yeah, I remember the name because I think they were trying to associate themselves with the Stingray. Okay, it's called the Stinger. Now, make no doubts about it, guys. Um, if I didn't have the luxury of buying a Corvette, I'd be driving a Stinger because that is a. I'm going to say it, and I'm sorry. This is going to raise the rating of this to PG-13. That was a sexy car. That is a sexy car. And I saw one in this beautiful, like, gosh, what's the name of it? It's a yellow. It's just a beautiful yellow that you expect to see um, in performance race cars. And I asked the owner. The owner was right there. I said, "Man, that's a beautiful car." And he's looking at me because I'm in my Corvette. And he said, "Well, I could say the same about you." I said, "Well, I know, but still, I I just wanted to let him know that's a beautiful car, and it is. But guys, quit it. Okay, it's a car. It'll get you from A to B much slower than me. But I want you to stop acting like you're gonna race me." But let me tell you what. Okay, there was a guy that was trying to race me, and what he didn't know is as I was sitting there at the stoplight, and he's revving his engine. I saw, and this happens to me a lot. I have many stories about guys trying to race me, but I saw that there was a police officer on to my right, and he was at coming to a stop, and he because the light had changed, so that means my light's about to turn green, and I look at the guy that's to my left, and I nod my head, and I put my car in neutral and just rev the engine, and as soon as it turned green, this dude just takes off, tires are squealing, and I just looked at the show that was about to start as this police officer turns on his lights and turns right and tracks down the wonderful man in believe it or not in the Volkswagen that was trying to look cool. So anyway, sorry guy. I know you got a ticket for that, but I'm not going to race you. I don't have to prove anything to you. But I don't want to forget the Kia emblem. So I got to jump back to that. Uh, it now, when I look at it, yeah, it's all fancy and stuff. But when I first saw it, I thought it was someone that loved Nine Inch Nails because it's got this fancy K and this I and this A without without the horizontal line. So I don't know where they get these ideas, but yeah, more power to Kia. So with all that, I just hope that my therapist comes back soon. It would be nice to talk with her and let her know my frustrations with mankind and those that are driving vehicles that really they shouldn't even be on the road because my gosh, what is the mentality of people that just want to race all the time? Um, Although I did meet a couple guys in Oklahoma City that wanted to race me on I-40, and well, got to do what Corvettes got to do. Anyway, hopefully she'll be back soon because, well, I got in trouble at a recent trip. Matter of fact, about 30 minutes, 40 minutes ago to the grocery store. I saw these filled Easter eggs, plastic Easter eggs. They were filled with what is it? Jelly beans and stickers, and there was 180 of them in this bag. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to pick this up because there's neighbor kids around and stuff like that. So I'll just, and of course my grandson and and I'll send some to my granddaughter. But anyway, this guy that's bagging my groceries, he puts that big old bag and he's putting it in the cart, and he goes, "Got a lot of kids?" And I said, "Kids?" Just like that, kids? No, I kind of hide them around the house, and I suffer from Alzheimer's, so I'll hopefully find them all by December. He just stared at me. The cashier was laughing, and I just need to be put on timeout for that one. So, guys, do it for me. Send me some positive vibes. Pray that my therapist makes it back safely. And in all things, if you see me on the road, and you know who I am because my license plate says Super Spy. If you see me on the road, don't try to race me because I'm just trying to enjoy my drive in one of the greatest cars ever made. Super Spy is out. Have a great week. Rock stars, you got to help me out. Gas prices are $4.50 just for the premium, and it's going up again. Buy my books. They're available on Amazon. They're available in Barnes & Noble. And if you want to use it on your Kindle device, it is available for that too.